What's up, guys? Joe D here, and it's Monday night. I was just getting ready to work out, warming up, hitting the bench press like most of the meathead world is on a Monday. But I decided to stop for a second and make this video because it's a video I've been meaning to make for a couple months now, but I kept putting it off. But I felt like I needed to make it somewhat of a PSA, a public service announcement to all meatheads out there to hopefully do my part in putting an end to what I feel is the dumbest freaking bench press warm-up exercise in the world. Unfortunately, it also happens to be one of the most common warm-up exercises in the world. And the warm-up exercise I'm referring to, and if you've been to a gym once in your life, you have seen this warm-up exercise. And I'm talking about some meathead holding 5-pound plates or 2.5-pound plates and doing some of this. And when you ask them why the hell they're doing this, you usually get the same response: "Oh yeah, bro, I'm warming up my rotator cuffs." As if there's multiple rotator cuffs in each shoulder. But they seem to believe that just kind of half-ass rotating their arms back and forth is somehow warming up their rotator cuffs. Now, first of all, I'm assuming they're at least attempting to activate and warm up their external rotators. The infraspinatus and the teres minor are two of the rotator cuff muscles that externally rotate the arm. They are very important. Most people need to activate them a lot more. They need to be strengthened. But think about this logically, guys. When you're doing this motion, forget about the motion for a second. Think of the weight. Me holding this weight right now. If I were to let go of this weight, which I will, where's it going to drop? Obviously, it drops to the floor, right? So what muscle group is opposing this weight right now and opposing gravity, preventing this weight from dropping to the floor? I'll give you a couple seconds. It's real tough. Obviously, your biceps and your forearms are the prime movers in this stupid friggin' exercise. And it's obviously not the best bicep and forearm builder out there, so it's pretty much a waste. But think about it. Right now, that's all you're getting is pretty much a weak isometric contraction of the biceps and forearms, and the actual rotating does nothing to strengthen your rotator cuff because the weight, those muscles aren't opposing the direction of the resistance. If you want to resist external rotation while you're standing or sitting, hopefully you guys can see this, you would need to do it with a cable attachment or a band. Now, as you can see, if I leave go of this band, it flies back in that direction. So the direction of resistance is now opposing those two external rotators. So if I sit here and I do this, now, or I could come this way as well, now I have a pretty decent activation exercise for my external rotators. You could even scoot back. You could sit on a bench, rest your elbow on the inside of your knee, come down this way, and externally rotate. Stop a little bit before midline, because if you come here, you're just resting. But if I come here, this is one of my favorite rotator cuff activation exercises, just a kneeling external rotation with the elbow on the knee. Or, hopefully you guys can see this, you could also just lay down sideways on a bench, come here, and now, and this is a difficult exercise, 5 pounds, I'm feeling that. By changing my body position, I'm opposing the weight, the opposing muscle groups to lift that weight are my external rotators. So you got to think about it logically, guys. Next time you just grab a set of plates and start rotating, flaring your arms around, think about what is it actually doing. And it's great that there's people out there that at least spend a little bit time warming up. There's still a large majority of the population walks into the gym, they throw 135 on the bench and they start benching. So I like the fact that there's people out there at least aware of the fact that you have rotator cuff muscles and they need to be strengthened and activated and warmed up before you lay down and try to press heavy weight. That's great. But if you're gonna take the time to sit there and do this, why not just do an exercise that actually works and actually strengthens the muscles that we're looking to strengthen? So if you want to do an external rotation activation exercise, band or cable or side lying or seated on the knee with a dumbbell or a light plate, and you will get much more out of the exercise. So hopefully that helped you guys out. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. I got a lot more tips, tricks, vlogs, a lot more good stuff coming at you guys. Thanks.